this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed Human.
With no fees or minimums on checking accounts, it's no wonder the Capital One bank guy is so passionate about banking with Capital One. If he were here, he wouldn't just tell you about no fees or minimums. He'd also talk about how most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. Yep, even on weekends. It's pretty much all he talks about, in a good way. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One, N.A., member FDIC.
The NFL playoffs are here, and it all starts with Wild Card Weekend powered by Verizon.
Man, it all comes down to this.
12 teams, 6 games, 3 days, and one epic weekend.
My goodness!
It's win or go home, and every moment counts on the road to Super Bowl 60.
It's a touchdown!
Wild Card Weekend powered by Verizon. January 10th through 12th. Visit watch.nfl.com for the full schedule.
Brought to you by the reinvented 2012 Camry. It's ready. Are you? Welcome to Stuff You Should Know from HowStuffWorks.com.
Hey, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Josh Clark. Chuck Bryant's here.
Hello.
That's right, Chuck. How are you doing?
I am well. How are you?
Quiet, Chuck. Let's go for a little walk, shall we?
Okay, let's do.
So Chuck and I are here at the University of Tennessee campus.
Wow, this is nice.
In beautiful Knoxville, Tennessee. Isn't it?
Go Vols.
We're kind of on the outside of campus. We are in the woods, basically.
Yeah, it's a little creepy out here, gotta tell you.
It is, Chuck, and you're about to find out why. Actually, Chuck, watch out.
What?
Don't step.
Oh,
Chuck.
wow.
You just stepped in a corpse.
Yes, in a corpse.
Yeah, that thing really opened up a lot more than I thought it would.
Yep.
Kind of like a ripe cantamelon.
Yeah, foot went right through. That's gross.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what a cantamelon is, but
It doesn't smell like that. It's a lot nicer than that smell.
That's gnarly.
So, okay, well, I guess we can get out of Knoxville before anybody says anything.
Right.
Okay?
What is this place?
I'll tell you. Let's just get out of here,
Okay.
All right. Okay, Chuckers. Wow. And I'm really glad you washed your foot off.
Back to the studio.
Threw your shoe away.
Uh-huh.
Got rid of your jeans.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you weren't wearing shorts. That was gross.
Ugh, I was up to my ankle in body.
So, Chuck, I know that was patently unnecessary that we went all the way to Knoxville for that, but what we were just at is called the Body Farm.
Right.
The Body Farm.
That's the best setup we've ever had.
I know. And just for that, I'm taking my shirt off for the rest of the podcast.
Don't do that. Oh, dude.
Okay, Chuck.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
No.
Let's talk about death, baby.
There's no way.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
Chuck, settle in.
No.
Come
it's
on.
really going to mess me up.
Okay. All right, I'll put my shirt back on then. Hold on.
Wow. We've reached new lows here.
Okay. Are you better now, you
Yeah.
big baby?
I am.
You can't do a podcast with a shirtless Josh?
I know. I'm sorry.
All right, well, let's get back to the issue at hand, body farms, okay? Okay. So, Chuck, you know me. I'm all about, like, death. Like, woo, I'm going to die someday. I can't wait to find out what happens.
Sure.
Right? Mm-hmm. So this is right up my alley.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool article.
So you liked it as well?
Yeah, written by your boyfriend, Tom.
Uh-huh. Long-time boyfriend, Tom Sheep.
Yeah, it was good. Body farms, very gruesome but necessary. Cool, interesting topic.
Yeah. You just won't kick this one off, will you?
Well, what do you want me to do?
Let's
say what a body
talk
farm
about,
is?
No, let's talk about death first.
Okay.
So the whole point of a body farm is to study decomposition, right?
Right. That people might not even know what one is. It's where you study a dying or a corpse in a state of decay so you can learn things from that.
Well put. I think that's right out of Webster's, actually.
Sure.
So there's actually 3 body farms around the country,
Uh-huh.
right? There's one at Western North Carolina University.
Yep.
Go somethings. There is the University of Tennessee.
Right.
At their main campus at Knoxville, where we just were. And
Sure.
Kind of.
The volunteers?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I won't say go Vols, though, and you know why.
I know.
And then there's another one at Texas State University, San Marcos.
Uh-huh.
And that's it.
Yeah.
3 body farms in the entire country.
I'm
And
surprised
these
there's
people
not more.
they are really churning out the information.
Right. I know one of the researchers pointed out that they think it would be nice one day if there was a body farm in each state because it's so geographically specific that it would help to know these kind of things.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think Tennessee's got much of the southeast covered.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's just wet and sticky down here everywhere.
Right.
And it's muggy.
Yeah.
And, so any information coming out of Tennessee probably applies to much of the south.
Yeah. Texas probably, you cover the sand and the rocks of the west.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
But, I mean...
And the sun.
What happens if you die in Idaho?
Well, exactly.
You know?
Maybe they should open one in the Pacific Northwest. That would be my suggestion.
I agree. All right, so Chuck, what we're talking about is body farms. Basically, essentially, it's just an area of tract of land. I think Knoxville's is like 300 acres or something like that.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah, and then Texas is even, I think it's about 10 times the size of that. I think it's 3,000 acres. And they have dead bodies scattered across it. And I know Tennessee was the first one to ever open this up. And it was 1971.
Yeah.
There was a guy named Dr. Bill Bass who you sent me a video.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
like
he
a
seems
nice
like
guy.
such an affable man.
I should say, Josh, that the Tennessee one is a 3-acre inside of a 300-acre area.
Gotcha.
So the farm is actually smaller.
I gotcha.
Which is one of the reasons the residents signed off on it, because they were a little skeptical.
Yeah, and I can
Locals.
understand how someone would be.
Sure.
Yeah.
So back to Bass.
Yeah, so Bass opened this, the first one in 1971 at the University of Tennessee, and he did it because the cops kept coming to him and asking him, if they could, if he could help, with this some murder investigation, something like that. And he finally realized that we don't know nearly enough about decomposition, as far as it pertains to criminal investigations.
Sure.
So he took it upon himself to start collecting corpses, and actually the first ones he got were unclaimed corpses from local morgues.
Right.
And he just took them out to the body farm, which is actually the technical name for it is the University of Tennessee Forensic Anthropology Facility.
Right.
And he just started scattering them around the place.
Yeah, and studying
them.
And taking journals and logs and photos and noting the rate of decay, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so let's talk about the rate of decay. Let's talk about decomposition. We already handled rigor mortis and liver mortis and, what is it, algar mortis?
Algar mortis.
In our rigor mortis podcast. We don't need to talk about that. We already talked about autolysis, too.
Sure.
But there's some other stuff, too, like the putrefaction process and the effects it has on the body. Let's talk about that, because it's gnarly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Now, are you talking about the flies and maggots?
Sure.
Okay, we'll start there.
Okay.
One way that insects actually give a lot of insight into how long a body may have been lying there in a state of decay. I think they said flies will go in through the orifices, like the nose and the ears and the mouth.
And in one of those videos that you sent me, it shows flies going into the nose and the eyeball-less eye sockets. It's awesome.
Yeah, so they'll do this within like a day of the body dying if they have access to it. Like if the body's outside.
Yeah, because the body... Oh, the flies?
Sure. And then they'll lay eggs.
And then in 24 hours, the eggs are hatched into larvae.
Yes, which, a.k.a. maggots.
Right, and these maggots are decaying flesh-eating machines.
Big time.
Actually, apparently they can consume 60% of a human corpse within 10 days.
From the inside out.
And actually, no, they start from the outside in.
Oh, really?
Because it's laid on the fly lays the eggs on the skin, and then they start burrowing in and eating and eating and eating.
Oh, well, dude, I'm very wrong then.
So, and they actually grow about 10 times in 5 days because they eat so much, and they're built for it too.
Right.
They have like a mouth hook. Is it called?
Yeah, that's a mouth hook that scoops the goo into their mouths, and then I think their mouth is on one end and their breathing apparatus is on the other end, so they're just little eating machines. They don't have to stop to breathe.
Right.
They can just keep going.
Literally built for it.
So back to what I was saying about the rate of decay, they can take a look at the size of the maggots and determine, well, if a maggot is this long, then it's been in the human body growing for this many days, and it was probably hatched on this day. So the body's been there for X number of days or weeks.
And that's just one type of fly, and this is actually they're called corpse fauna. No, yeah, corpse fauna. And just I think the common housefly is the one that Tom's talking about in this article, possibly the bottlefly. But it turns out there is a whole ecosystem of flies that start to come in at different stages of the decomposition process.
Right.
So some really love to pick, the little remnants off of skeletons. And, others, start the whole decomposition process and aid. Others like to show up when, with the body's really starting to turn to goo. And
Right.
But yeah, they study the flies and they can figure out how long the body's been out there, which is a big one.
Yeah, that's a big indicator for helping cops kind of figure out, not motive, but time of death. And
Right.
Stuff like that.
Support for this show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt, from renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year. You can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, buys one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like ETFs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/SYSK and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/SYSK. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors, LLC, SEC registered advisor. Generated Assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not an investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
The NFL playoffs are here, and it all starts with Wild Card Weekend powered by Verizon.
Man, it all comes down to this.
12 teams, 6 games, 3 days, and one epic weekend.
My goodness!
It's win or go home, and every moment counts on the road to Super Bowl 60.
It's a touchdown!
Wild Card Weekend powered by Verizon. January 10th through 12th. Visit watch.nfl.com for the full schedule.
And also, from this article, I found out that CSI is a bunch of liars.
Yeah, they never do that stuff.
No.
I didn't know that.
Blood stain pattern analysis?
Don't do
That's
it.
not forensic, no.
No.
Handwriting analysis?
Nope.
Shooting guns into that gel?
Yeah.
That's not true. They're
It's
liars.
TV.
Yeah. Which irks me to no end.
Yeah, but we've talked about this before. TV always sensationalizes it. Just get over it.
Okay.
It wouldn't be very entertaining if they just came by and said, well, the maggots are 20 millimeters long. Case closed.
I got to tell you that those videos you sent me were pretty entertaining and gruesome.
Yeah, God, you see that one guy with the big distended belly?
Yes, and actually, one of the things that happens to a corpse as well is the skin blackens.
Right. Yeah, and that video did point that out, that certain parts turn black. And I know when the blood collects in certain parts, we talked about that before, certain parts of the body will be darker and some will be more pale.
Yeah, lividity.
Can we talk about degloving?
I can't wait. I think you should talk all about it, yeah.
It's pretty cool. We learned this from the video as well. When, let's say you look at a human hand that's been lying in the woods over the period of the days of decay, it'll start to look really raisiny, like it's been in dishwater,
Yeah.
And then it starts to literally, you see it starts to kind of gather up and slide off the hand, and the epidermis literally comes off of the hand, and they call it degloving.
Yeah, and they actually have figured out that you can take this glove, this degloved skin
So gnarly.
that's kind of laying nearby the hand, if you can get to it before an animal comes up and it's like, heck yeah, glove.
Right.
You can take it into the lab, put a rubber glove on, and then put this human skin
Yeah.
on like a glove,
Yep.
and then fingerprint that way. Because, once the epidermis comes off, there goes the fingerprints. And forensic anthropologists like Dr. Bass at the Body Farm have figured out that you can do this. I mean, how many, just figuring that out, how many crimes have been solved because somebody figured out you could do that?
I don't know, probably a bunch.
That pays for itself as far
Yeah.
as I'm concerned.
Because before that, they just had no fingerprints. They'd lost the fingerprint.
No, they're like, oh, well.
And
sorry.
now they do the Buffalo Bill thing, and it's all good.
Yeah. Goodbye, horses.
It puts the lotion in the basket. No, that wasn't very good.
That was pretty good.
Right.
Okay, so, yeah, that's dead body stuff. I'm sure we'll get to more of it in a few. But really, forensic anthropologists come in most handy when there is no flesh any longer.
Yeah, bones.
When it's just bones, right? Because think about it, you've lost any any visual identification of even, whether it was a man or a woman.
Right. Race.
Ethnicity, age, anything like that. You can't just look at it like you can, like that time we found that drifter in the woods that one time.
Right.
He was pretty new, you could tell. And
Sure.
we knew it was like a white, probably mid-30s,
Right.
male.
Uh-huh.
And, we just walked along and minded our own business. Whatever happened to that guy?
I have no idea.
Anyway, if it's just a skeleton, if that dead drifter had just been a skeleton, then we wouldn't have been able to say any of those things with any kind of certainty. So when just a skeleton is found, they call in a forensic anthropologist, and they go to town, Chuck.
Right. They can still learn some of these things, Josh, as you know. They can look at, I guess the easiest thing they can do to determine gender is to look at the size of the bones, because typically men's bones are larger where it attaches to the muscle.
Uh-huh.
Not a dead giveaway, no pun intended, but a good one. And there's differences in the pelvic bone. Apparently, the forehead is also a big telltale sign in gender and race.
Well, men's foreheads tend to slope backwards.
Right.
And women's are more rounded.
True.
Yeah.
And looking at you, you have a very sloped rear forehead.
Do I?
Yeah, you can tell. That's not your forehead, dude. That's the top of your head.
Oh, I gotcha.
And females' chins usually come to a point where a man's chin's a little more squared off.
How's my chin?
It's beautiful, Josh.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Ribs apparently can help determine age.
Well,
you have
they
ragged
get a lot
ribs.
more ragged
Uh-huh.
in our age. They
Didn't know
just
that.
get ragged out, yeah. And also with men and women, a dead giveaway is, especially post-adolescent men and women, is the pelvis.
Yes.
The pelvic inlet is much wider in women. Basically, the hole in your pelvic bone
Right.
is much bigger in women than it is in men to allow for easier childbirth.
You got it.
Yeah, you don't
And-
want to pass a kid through the
No.
pelvic inlet of a man.
No, that would be painful. Like it's not painful enough already.
Sure.
And then when it comes to the race, they don't get too specific. They kind of want to say African, Asian, or European. They try to get stay pretty broad there.
Well, at least at first, and then apparently there's some other signs that you can kind of narrow it down even further. But those are the first three categories. They lump them in.
Right. Actually, I thought it was an interesting fact Tom had in here that there are more differences within each racial group than there are between each group as a whole, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, that is interesting, isn't it? So those are bones, right?
Yeah, those are bones. Dim bones.
Them bones, yeah.
Josh, you want to talk about disease?
Of course.
I know one of the big concerns for residents that live near these body farms is, wait a minute, they just let these bodies, sometimes as many as 40 and 50 bodies out there. We're worried about buzzards, disease, their bad stuff getting into the water and
Sure.
nearby creeks, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah, no one wants to drink dead body.
No. Do you know why?
Why?
Because if you have an infectious disease, it's not going to still be around after your body is decomposing.
Yeah, the infectious disease organisms also decompose.
Absolutely.
They don't stick around too long. But just to be certain, any faculty or students who are, interacting with these body farms, they're inoculated against all manner of stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Because, you
be
don't want to
careful.
really take a chance, sure. But also they go out of their way, I think, to test all corpses that are donated to them for any kind of infectious diseases beforehand. So you got a clean living corpse that you just have out there that's not really going to cause much problem.
Right, and it should be noted, too, like you said, people do donate. I think the one in Tennessee said they had a list of, either a list of 300 or they had already had 300 bodies donated, and you can do that just like you're an organ donor. You can say, I'd like my body to go to a body farm after I die.
Well, I think you want to contact the body farm first.
Well, sure, see if they have room.
Hey, here's a fun fact for you.
Okay.
In 2006, the University of Tennessee had more corpses and skeletons on its campus than it had Asian students enrolled.
Yeah,
there were
I saw
about 900 in the osteopathological collection, 900 skeletons, another 700 in two other skeletal collections, and then 40 or so bodies on the body farm. And there were only 673 Asian students on campus.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. I wonder if they had any Asian bodies.
I don't know. Would that cancel out?
No, probably
Yeah,
not.
okay.
Or maybe it would count toward the total count.
both ways, though, so it cancel one another out.
Oh, okay, sure.
But, I mean, everybody likes to be counted.
Counted. So what else, Josh? Should we talk about some of the ways that body farms have helped out?
You mean specifically?
Yeah.
E.g. John Wayne Gacy?
Yeah, that's a good one. Go ahead.
I've long been in pursuit of a John Wayne Gacy painting. You know he's a prolific painter.
Yeah.
And I found a website finally.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That he wasn't a very good painter,
sure.
but, just to have a John Wayne Gacy, it's crazy. He also loved the Seven Dwarfs were a common theme of his.
Oh, really?
He was fascinated by the Seven Dwarfs for some reason.
What a creep.
He was a creepy dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when Gacy got popped in, the 70s?
Yeah, I guess for the two of you who don't know who that is, John Wayne Gacy is a famous serial killer.
He was a serial killer of young men.
Yes, he killed 33 men.
Boys.
And he buried 29 of them under his house.
Yeah. I think it's
not a good place.
Which wasn't even necessarily his house; it was his mother's apartment, which goes a long way in explaining, John Wayne Gacy.
Sure.
But when he finally got busted and he started telling the cops about how many people he had killed,
right?
They went out to his mother's apartment complex and used ground penetrating radar and found basically a mass grave. The problem is these bodies have been there for a while. He'd been killing kids for a real long time. And the bones had become entangled, and they didn't know who was who or anything like that. So they brought in forensic anthropologists, and I believe they helped to successfully identify most, if not all, of them.
Right.
Yeah. So that's one way body farms are contributing.
Sure, that's pretty cool. They'll profile the bones, and then they'll match that with data for missing kids, and one kind of leads to the other. And I know it's closure somewhat for families in this kind of situation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which is what we're going to talk about with the Big Bopper.
I think you should talk about the Big Bopper.
Okay. The Big Bopper was a singer that perished in the plane crash with Richie Valens and Buddy Holly back in the day.
Sure.
And his son, the Big Bopper's son, apparently got in touch with Dr. Bass because the body of the Big Bopper was found, his name was J.P. Richardson, was found 40 feet from the plane. And the son wanted to know, hey, did my dad actually die in the crash, or was he trying to go get help and then died, 40 feet later? Because, I don't know, that would have made a difference in how he felt about it.
Well, apparently that was a long persisting legend, too.
Right.
And I guess he wanted to put it to rest.
And he did put it to rest. Dr. Bass got involved, exhumed the body, and basically said every bone in this guy's body was crushed, and there's no way that he survived the crash, and he was thrown from the plane. And that's the end of that story.
Yeah.
So the son got that kind of closure.
Support for the show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt. From renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year, you can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, builds a one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then, you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like EFTs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/podcast and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/podcast. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors, LLC. SEC registered advisor. Generated assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
The NFL playoffs are here, and it all starts with Wild Card Weekend powered by Verizon.
Man, it all comes down to this.
12 teams, 6 games, 3 days, and one epic weekend.
My goodness!
It's win or go home, and every moment counts on the road to Super Bowl 60.
It's a touchdown!
Wild Card Weekend powered by Verizon. January 10th through 12th. Visit watch.nfl.com for the full schedule.
Look, can I tell one more?
Yeah.
All right, so there was this case in 1933 in San Diego. A little 7-year-old named Dalbert Aposhian was found floating in San Diego Bay. And the coroner, I guess, ruled that he had been sodomized and sexually assaulted in other ways before being murdered.
Wow.
But they never found the killer.
Right.
And then apparently San Diego got some federal funding for opening cold cases, and this was one of the ones they went after. So they hired a forensic anthropologist and showed him, old crime scene photos and notes from the detectives that worked the case. And I imagine it probably took the forensic anthropologist an hour or 10 minutes to say, no, this kid wasn't sodomized or murdered.
Really?
Yeah. The thing is back then, they had no idea. No one was studying this kind of thing.
Right.
Nowadays, we know that when the body reacts with water, all manner of nasty things happen.
Yeah, bodies break down twice as fast in the water.
Right, which is why a lot of people dispose of murder victims in lakes or rivers.
And I guess why these cops weren't able to really tell much, right?
I think, well, not only that, they were just misled, and over the course of the decades of study of decomposition, this forensic anthropologist was able to say, this kid wasn't murdered, close your cold case.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know one of the researchers I saw from that video at Tennessee is trying to put together a book, like a reference guide for various states of decay.
So that was really interesting.
Yeah, cops could kind of look at this instead of having to truck all the way out to the body farm like we did.
Well, yeah, and I got the idea it was going to be like, okay, here's a picture of a body that's been underwater for 7 days.
Right.
And, hold it up against your body, and does it look the same? No,
right.
We'll continue to the next page.
Right.
So, yeah, I guess it's going to be like an illustrated atlas of decomposition.
Pretty
like
cool.
a field guide, right?
I would love to get my hands on that one day when it's done.
Yeah, I'd love to go to the body farm. Again.
You mean go back? Yes.
You're right, yeah. I talked to Tom, and I asked him if he had gone. And he was like, no, they don't. They learned a long time ago not to let journalists or weirdos in.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so.
The guy was describing the smell in the video. I thought that was interesting. He said didn't smell like a dead animal, like that familiar smell that when you smell a dead animal.
Right.
He said it's very different. He said it's unmistakable.
Yeah, he said it was pungent and sweet.
Yeah.
Well, you smelled it.
Interesting.
Sure. So that's body farms. Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't really have anything else. How about you?
Nope.
All right, so I guess let's just go straight to listener mail.
Josh, we're going to ask our listeners for a little information here, because I didn't know the answer to this question.
Oh, nice.
And we rarely toss that out.
Okay.
So we had Paloma write in from California. And Paloma said, long-time listener, I love your podcast. Makes my commute enjoyable. And Josh, you chose Chuck as your partner in crime, and y'all have a great chemistry. Blah, blah, blah.
Did I have any choice? Could we resist each other?
No. It was destiny.
Yep.
So she says this. I had a very odd experience a few days ago. It was a soupy day, a bit chilly, with a few sprinkles of rain here and there. I was over at my mother's house having a chat inside when suddenly there was an incredibly bright white and blue flash and a quick zapping sound. I thought a light bulb had burned out in the room or something. My mother said that she saw a white bolt come through the wall, pass just in front of my face, and then go through the opposite wall of the room. We looked everywhere and tried to think of any kind of rational explanation. No bulb had gone out, no strobe lights or camera to flash. 30 seconds after this weird phenomenon happened, we heard thunder rumble very nearby. After calming down, I immediately thought of you two. You have answers for everything. So
people think of us when they narrowly escape death. We're their first thought.
So she says, what in the world happened? Do you think it was lightning? Was it static electricity? What's going on here? Has anyone died of static electricity? So I don't know the answer. I did look up and found out that no one can die of static electricity that I found. That's
unless
a normal, healthy
it results
human.
in spontaneous human combustion.
Huh?
Thanks.
And as far as I don't know, I don't think lightning can pass through a room of a house like that.
Plus,
so.
I don't think it goes right in front of your face. I think if it's coming that close to you, it goes right into you.
Right, and you would know. Well, because we had the other listener mail that I think had the side strike 3 blocks away, and she was zapped.
Yeah.
So, Paloma, we don't have an answer, but I'm hoping some listeners out there that are smarter than we are might have a clue as to what happened that day.
My money's on unicorns.
So maybe we'll follow up on this if we get some feedback.
Yeah, if you have an answer for Paloma, especially if it's unicorns, you can send us an email solving this mystery to stuffpodcasts@howstuffworks.com.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit HowStuffWorks.com. Want more How Stuff Works? Check out our blogs on the HowStuffWorks.com homepage. Brought to you by the reinvented 2012 Camry. It's ready. Are you?
At CVS, it matters that we're not just in your community, but that we're part of it. It matters that we're here for you when you need us, day or night. And we want everyone to feel welcomed and rewarded. It matters that CVS is here to fill your prescriptions and here to fill your craving for a tasty and, healthy snack. At CVS, we're proud to serve your community because we believe where you get your medicine matters. So visit us at cvs.com or just come by our store. We can't wait to meet you. Store hours vary by location.
The NFL playoffs are here, and it all starts with Wild Card Weekend powered by Verizon.
Man, it all comes down to this.
12 teams, 6 games, 3 days, and 1 epic weekend.
My goodness!
It's win or go home, and every moment counts on the road to Super Bowl 60.
It's a touchdown!
Wild Card Weekend powered by Verizon. January 10th through 12th. Visit watch.nfl.com for the full schedule.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed Human.